Welcome to the coastal city of Aarhus, located in eastern Jutland in the geographical centre of Denmark. It's the second largest city behind the Danish capital, Copenhagen, and it's a city that's steeped in history. And all this week, we're here for the TotalEnergies BWF Thomas and Uber Cups, the men's and women's World Team Championships. 32 teams from 19 different nations qualified for these championships, with representation from all 5 continents. Not only teams from Europe and Asia, but also Tahiti, representing Oceania, Canada for Pan America, and both Algeria and Egypt, representing the African continent. So after 5 days of group round robin play, this is how the groups finished. And we can see that the defending champions, Japan, top Group A, with 3-time former winners, Indonesia, also qualifying from that group. The number 4 seeds, Thailand, the beaten finalists at the last edition, finished first in Group B, with 2-time semi-finalists, India second. The number 3 seeds, Korea, the winners in 2010, finished top of Group C, with Chinese Taipei also qualifying from that group. And the number 2 seeds, the most successful team in the history of the competition, having won the title 14 times, top Group D without dropping any matches in any of their 3 ties. Host Denmark also qualified for the knockout stage by finishing second in Group D. So when we look at the draw for the Uber Cup quarter-final knockout stage, the 4 winners of the groups are the 4 seeds. And the only 2 teams in the quarter-final not to have contested a Uber Cup final are India and Chinese Taipei. And as you can see, they've drawn the top 2 seeds, the 2 most successful teams in the history of the Uber Cup. So 3 sessions a day still here in Aarhus, and here on court 1 in the first session was Thomas Cup Group C tie between the defending champions China and India. It was won by China 4-1, so they top Group C. We're about to watch the first of the Uber Cup quarter-finals between Korea and host Denmark. And then this evening here on court 1, it's another Uber Cup quarter-final between the 14-time winners China and Chinese Taipei. So, quarter-final, Korea against Denmark. Korea have contested the final on 8 occasions, but have only won the title once, which was 11 years ago when the event was staged in Kuala Lumpur in 2010. Denmark have contested 3 finals, but the last was 17 years ago. So the all-important lineup, and it's the standard order of play. We start with the top-ranked women's singles. Seyoung, the number 8 ranked player in the world, is up against Mia Blichfeldt, the European Games gold medalist. Then it's the first women's doubles, and Lee So-hee and Shin Sang-chan, 4th at the recent Olympic Games, up against Frogel and Tuason, a pair that beat their opponents of today at those Tokyo Olympics in the group stage. Then it's the second-ranked women's singles, and Kim Ga-eun, the bronze medalist from the 2016 Asian Junior Championships, is up against Lina Kristoffersen, who won a silver medal at the 2018 World Junior Championships. Then it's the second-ranked women's doubles, and the Olympic bronze medalist. You've got to have a strong team to have at second doubles Olympic bronze medalists Kim So-young and Kong Hee-yong, up against a surprise selection perhaps, Boya and Poulsen, because they are the 3rd-ranked Danish women's doubles pair. Then, if we get that far, the 3rd women's singles is Sim Yoo-jin, who's in her 1st Uber Cup campaign, up against a veteran of the Uber Cup, Kiersfeldt, in her 5th Uber Cup campaign and the 2015 European Games gold medalist. So the first 2 players waiting in the wings. An Yu-sung is the higher ranked of the 2 players. So Seyoung, still a teenager, but in her 2nd Uber Cup campaign. She was playing third women's singles at the last Uber Cup in Bangkok in 2018. She was selected for 5 matches, but only had to play 4. And she won all 4 matches she played. And the reason I say I only had to play 4 is because once the tie is decided in the knockout stage, any remaining matches are not contested. But here is the #1 ranked Dane, Mia Blichfeldt, in her 4th Uber Cup campaign. Started as a 16-year-old in Delhi in 2014. The European Games gold medalist in Minsk in Belarus in 2019. And this, the first meeting between these two players. So, the toss of the coin. Kevin Bunn from America, our umpire for this one. And the players change ends before the start of the warm-up period. So Seyoung, still a teenager, as I was saying, born in Gwangju, and that's in the southwest of the country. 1.70 m, that's 5'7", and she's currently enjoying her 37th week at a career high of #8. Had a wonderful 2019, did this youngster. 7 finals, winning 5 titles, and she's had a good campaign so far. So it should be said that her first 2 ties against Tahiti and Egypt, she wasn't selected, as she was only selected for yesterday's match against #6 seeds Chinese Taipei, when she played at first women's singles against Paiyu Po, beating Paiyu Po 21-8, 21-8 in 31 minutes. There we are, that just confirms what I've been telling you. So to her opponent, Mia Blichfeldt is 24 years of age, from Soro on the east coast of the island of Zealand. And she's a little taller than her opponents. She's 5'8.5", and has been as high as 11, and she's 1 place down from that career high. Won the European Championship bronze medal a year before she won gold at the European Games, and she's won 9 career titles as opposed to her opponent 6, but being 5 years older, that's quite understandable. Now, she was rested in the match against China, the #2 seeds, on Tuesday, and she had played on Saturday against Silvadure of Malaysia, won that, as you can see, comfortably, and also on Sunday played at first singles against Seyoung from Canada. 27 minutes for that one. So she looks to have been in great form, and I also think it was probably a very wise decision by the manager and coaches of Denmark to rest her, because the chances of Denmark having beaten China were fairly slim. So as I was telling you, our umpire for this, Kevin Barn, Iris Metspelu of Estonia, is our service judge.
On my right, Korea, represented by Seyoung. And on my left, Denmark, represented by Mia Blichfeldt. Denmark to serve. Le ball, play.
So the crucial first match of this quarter-final tie, just to remind you, Seyoung against Mia Blichfeldt. Korea against Denmark, the hosts. Good retrieving. Yeah, super shot from Blichfeldt. And the home fans are going to cheer every single Danish point that's won. Oh, well taken off the top of the tape. And Seyoung so fast. Well, she'd lunged forward to take the net shot early. Stood her ground at the net because she knew it was a good net shot. And was able to make the kill. Oh, clever. Yeah, followed up well as soon as Seyoung saw that Blichfeldt was taking the shuttle really late in the deep forehand corner. This lady moved forward to the net. It was the only possible shot, really. But it's still, nonetheless, good anticipation. Well, interesting that Korea were playing yesterday against Chinese Taipei. Denmark had a day off because they played their third group match against China on Tuesday. Oh, yes.
4-1.
So, I did wonder whether some of the Korean players might be a little bit jaded after their match and no rest, but there's no sign of it at the moment with Seyoung. And perhaps a reason why she was rested, not selected, for the first two matches in the group against both Tahiti and Egypt.
5-1.
Well, the Korean women's doubles players there, all in fine voice. Got deflected by the net cord. That brings the run of 5 straight points to an end. Sure. Oof. Well, I think I probably would have covered my face more than that. That was a little bit risky by Blichfeldt. She knew lift was woefully short. Watches it. I think I would have put my... Oh, she turned her head, that's okay. Because if she'd got a shuttle in the eye, that would have been catastrophic.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Japan, represented by
Well, she'll take all those lucky net cords. Oh, that's a delightful little guided shot. I don't think we can call that a net shot. But look at this from Blichfeldt. Yeah, just guiding it across court into the open space. That's a beauty. Yeah. Really, really nice attacking play from Blichfeldt. Measured, considered. Keeping it straight down her opponent's backhand side. Very nicely done. Blichfeldt actually played really well in the Sudirman Cup campaign as well. In the quarterfinal, she took the Olympic champion Seyoung to 3 games. That's a super shot.
7-6.
So now it's 5 straight points to the Dane. Oh, that's landed way in. Goodness me, what on earth was Seyoung thinking there? Completely lost her spatial awareness. Tricky return of serve. That was perhaps a little over-ambitious.
7-8.
So, first challenge of this tie. Yeah, it was a good challenge too.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over.
Well, that can't have been a challenge
9-7.
by Blichfeldt then. That must have been a challenge from Seyoung.
Service over. 8-9.
Oh yes, that's a super shot.
Service over. 10-8.
Good lift from there. It's going wide.
Service over. 9-10.
That little hold and flick. She really has done well in getting to the net first. The first player to take the shuttle high at the front of the court. And that's paid dividends. 2-point advantage at the mid-game interval.
Det er specielt tungt.
It's 9 minutes into the match.
Nu spiller langsomt. gør vi, som vi gør nu. Smid den til baglægen igen. Okay? Når vi angriber, gå med den hårde, så tag den med på kroppen også. Ellers så bliver vi fast i ned foran. Det giver dig selv mere tid til at komme op på den næste. Så gå hele tiden.
1 seconds. Court 1 second.
Sidste, ja, nemlig. Lige præcis. Det sidste her.
Mr. Helmut, Danish coach. Well, there's only 2 points in it, so I noticed that the tournament referee, or one of the deputy referees, has been called on by the umpire. There he goes with the red shirt. Who's he talking to? Yep. Talking to the Danish coach. Well, I suspect the warning from the tournament deputy referee was probably because Coach Jesper Hillerød wasn't wearing a mask when he was talking to his player. Well, if you've been with us earlier in the week, and especially if you were with us for the tie between Korea and Chinese Taipei, you've heard me say about this lady we were watching, Seyoung, about what a wonderful retriever she is. Super movement around the courts, retrieves so many shots. And that ability to get so many shots back inevitably makes opponents feel anxious about how are they going to win a rally. Hong Tup-Ming, former Malaysian player, now coaching singles in Korea. Good net shot from Blichfeldt. Yeah, and it was the quality net shot that set up the entire rally. It forced the short lift. And if we see it again, watch where her feet are. Look, she's inside the double service line. And that's an indication that the lift was short of being right to the back of the court. Big power smash, knew that the reply would be back to the net, and in so quickly for the kill. It's a typical singles tactic used in both men's and women's singles disciplines. Control the net, force the short lift, and then the opportunity to work the rally. That's a super shot. Oh, well, she put so much power on that smash, Blichfeldt, that it thundered off the top of the tape and still went over. Watch out, that's a huge deflection. Oh, she's playing very well at the moment, is the tall name. Oh, what a sweet, sweet shot there from Seyoung. It's all about placement. Look, she just clips the racket head over, no real follow-through of that shot. And that's always an indication that the player is going for angle and placement rather than power. If you've hit a power smash, you have to follow through with the racket. Well, the doubles players will all be exhausted before they actually get on the court. Getting so emotionally involved in this match. And there's now just 1 point in it. Back level. And I just get the sense so far about how much work rate and how much physical area of the court that Mia Blichfeldt has had to cover so far in this opening game. Oh, that's a super shot. Whereas I feel Seyoung hasn't had to do nearly as much running. And should it come down to a deciding game, that may be a deciding factor. But if Blichfeldt can keep this work rate up for 2 straight games, then she doesn't need to worry about a third game. Ooh, slightly hesitant, the line judge. She's only got 1 challenge left. Seyoung. I think I would have been more tempted to challenge that one. Clever. Oh, I don't believe it. That's amazing. Well played and well concentrated by Mia Blichfeldt, because I don't think anyone expected that one deep in the forehand corner of Seyoung to come back and keep the rally going. Four straight points. This has been a fantastic start by Mia Blichfeldt. 2 points away from the opening game. One point away from the opening game. Six straight points from 14 all. Good lift. Opening game to Mia Blichfeldt. What a performance in that opening game. 7 straight points from 14 all to close it out, 21-14. Absolutely extraordinary. Against the higher ranked player. Blichfeldt on fire at the moment.
Lige så snart du mærker, at du ikke kan det, så starter du for. Okay? Hører du? Ja, godt. Og stadig huske at bruge de runde med ja, og det til sidst får du også lige spillet forhånd igen til. Det er vigtigt. Der er ikke noget, der ændrer sig. Det du gør allerbedst her, der du ligger lidt ned om, så spiller du bolden til bagud i luften. Det skal du gøre, man sagtens stå. Det er en svageste godt. Okay? Og vi er højt. Jeg synes også, det er vigtigt, at du forstår, at der er point at hente på forbanen. Men det vi ændrer efter starten her, det er jo, at der kommer nogle flere temposkifter i forbanen, det skal vi fortsætte. Men det skal ikke være vildere end det her. Er du med på det? Godt. Nu vil jeg bruge pigerne om pigerne. Og variere med pigerne med, hvad du bruger på. Husk pigerne til den. Husk opfølgning, når der er der angriber. Også på det bløde slag, at det kommer ud af bagbanen.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
So the coaching break finished. I'm pretty certain urging his player to keep up the intensity and keep control of the front court area. A little hold and flex, oh dear, that's ominous. He was going to the second game, service error. I thought a hold and flex from the net, or getting to the net first to play a net shot. There's the hold and flick again. Look at the contrasting movement. Blichfeldt looks busy with her feet and is doing a lot more court coverage. Whereas the Korean, very controlled in her movement. Almost able to walk back to the base position. Walking back, there we go. It's a tough hold rally. Again. Oh, but it's just long. It's called long. Blichfeldt is challenging. Yeah, that's a great challenge. He was in. My goodness me. No, I don't think I've ever seen Blichfeldt play with this sort of intensity before. I've seen her play some great matches, like at the beginning of the year when she beat the reigning world champion PV Sindhu in 3 games in Thailand, the first of the 3 events in Thailand. Oh, that is wonderful. What an angle. Seyoung, Olympic bronze medalist. She's due to play the 5th match. I do beg your pardon, the 4th match. Ah, yes. Well, I think Blichfeldt was overcommitted to trying to look for the drop shots. On the one before that, she got caught off balance at the back of the court, and therefore her clear was not particularly deep in court, hence the ability to play the winning drop shot from Seyoung.
India challenge called in.
Good net shot. Short lift. Yeah, that's a well-worked rally by Seyoung. That's the one that did the damage. It's going wide.
7-3.
So 5 straight points to Seyoung. Look how she was, I know she made the error, but the way that Blichfeldt was coming in, her racket carriage really high, really determined to take that as early as possible to play the tight spinning net shot. And what she's trying to do is first rate. We can all make mistakes, it doesn't matter the odd mistake, what she's trying to do is the right thing. Well, the run of points comes to an end at 6 straight points for Seyoung. Drive serve, and Seyoung was not alert to that at all. Oh, it's called goods. Blichfeldt had a little clenched fist as the shuttle landed, so she obviously thought it was out. And what does the instant review say? Yeah, was out. Another good challenge. So she's still got both her challenges, despite the fact that she's challenged twice, because you keep your challenges if you're correct.
Play.
Well,
9-6.
I think the sheer positioning of Seyoung, she was hovering around the net, and I think that forced her opponent into error. Yeah. Well, several times that Mia Blichfeldt has made a hold and push straight down her opponent's deep forehand side. But Seyoung is beginning to look for that. So to the mid-game interval with a 5-point advantage, Seyoung for Korea.
Det kommer ikke mange at spille for langsomt, så nu er død med skoene på. Men det skal selvfølgelig være i perioder. Det vigtigste er, at du ikke glemmer den måske den foran og komme ud af hjørnet. Okay? Så er meget godt. Så kan vi gå ud og så sige, altså, okay, hvad? Okay. Back hop. Okay.
Service over. 11, serving.
No thinking cue. Yeah, only make the
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. So 11-6. Play.
So it's a handsome little lead here for Seyoung. Interesting, she put it back to the centre. Well, again, trying to do the right thing, Blichfeldt trying to take the shuttle early at the net to play the tight spinning net shot. That's a great lift. What a good lift.
7-12.
Service over. 12-15.
Service over. 13-7.
17-15.
Yeah, that time that's well long.
14-7.
7-point advantage now to the Korean. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. She's looking for these flat pushes now. Is Seyoung, and I suggest that Mia Blichfeldt needs to hit the pushes a little bit higher to get them past her opponent. Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Service over. 14-16. 10.
Missed it.
16-7.
So now it's a difficult scenario. Do you give up on this second game if you're Blichfeldt? Focus your energy and your concentration for the decider? Or do you keep fighting in this one?
17-7.
And the chances of coming back in this fairly slim. Oh my goodness, you don't often see that, the shuttle caught in the net. It's gone wrong. 2 points away from the second game and forcing a third and deciding game. Oh, this is 8 straight points.
Game point 7.
And game points galore. Yeah, well taken. Oh, she's challenging.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 8-20. Play.
That one's gone long, so 21-8, second game, and it's 1 game all.
1-8. 1 game all.
Just about 37 minutes into the match, and 1 game apiece.
Perfect timing masuk. Timing masuk. And then dia parang cukup. Yeah. So now control. Then remember to parang you can repeat again. So you don't go too quick. And parang behind you, if shot not enough, you can go back. Shot not enough. Shot enough. What?
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
So only just managed to change her socks in time. I'm not sure what the problem was. Maybe brand new socks sometimes can be a little bit slippery inside the shoe.
Mia.
Perhaps just changing them for an older pair.
Final game. Level. Play.
So here we go, the third and deciding game. The opening game to Denmark and Mia Blichfeldt 21-14. But world number 8, Seyoung, storming back to take the second. 21-8. Yes. Now that's what she was doing so well in the opening game. That's what she was trying to do in the second game. Get to the net first. The first to take the shuttle really high at the net and play a tight spinning net shot. Unbelievable. Yep. Super rally. Blichfeldt did well with her defence early on in that rally. Yeah, I know, she missed the easy one. Got back the difficult one earlier on. Missed it. It's too long.
3, 2.
That really is super play. So poised and balanced when she played the hold and push. Missed it. Well, this is worrying times for Denmark. Rally. What intensity. Oh, that's magnificent. What a shot from Seyoung. After a grueling rally, 2 drop shots back to the same place, and there was no power left in the legs of Mia Blichfeldt. She didn't even react to that at all. No short. Yeah, this is the classic singles tactics, getting to the net early, playing that tight spinning net shot, forcing the short lift, and that really was woefully short. Missed it.
Service over. 7-3.
Well, retrieved. Wow. That's clever from Seyoung. Made the day. Moved the full diagonal of the court twice. She'd just played one from deep in her forehand corner, Blichfeldt, then having to come to backhand net. movement forward from the Dane. So much threat at the front of the court that she was ready to pounce. I think probably forced Seyoung into error. Yeah, good net shot again. But look at that, once again. Seyoung making her opponent move the full diagonal of the court from deep in the forehand corner, backhand net. And I do think the economic movement of Seyoung, controlled, smooth, efficient movement, and I think that is making a big difference now. Oh, that's wide. Yeah. So to the mid-game interval, and the change of ends with a 7-point advantage on Seyoung. And she's looking very, very confident at the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, India, represented by Tanisha Krasto, Debuta Panda. Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
So what has the Dane got left? 7 points adrift here in the deciding game. That's a good return of serve. That's certainly helping her cause. Yeah. Well, first real bit of emotion we've seen from Seyoung. Well, if you're not happy with a shot like that, you won't ever be happy. That was a super angle. Oh, lucky net cord. There. Oh. Well, that's the second service error from Blichfeldt. Just when she needed to be making inroads, trying to claw her way back into this. Oh, well reached. Both players well reached. First of all, Seyoung getting back that cross-court net shot. That was a beauty from Blichfeldt, but then trying to play another cross-court net shot, but Blichfeldt was alert to it.
Thank you. Wait. Okay.
she's looking for these flat pushes now, is Seyoung. She was being deceived by them in the opening game, but not any longer. Look at that athletic jump from the base position to play the round the head shot. Oh, yes. That smooth movement back in court to get behind the shuttle. And then Seyoung has got so many options. Look, right behind the shuttle. Beautiful disguise. Technically superb. Well, look at the reaction after the rally from Seyoung, because she was in all sorts of trouble earlier on in the rally. So to come out of trouble, there the dive. Well, Danish fans will believe that she should have won that rally, but I told you that Seyoung has incredible retrieving capabilities, and that was clearly demonstrated in that rally. Yes, look at the reaction. So 17-8. Missed it.
18-8.
Yeah, well, I said right at the start of the match, we looked at the contrast in the movement of the two players, and I thought that the economic movement of Seyoung might be a deciding factor, and I think it has been. She's still full of energy, and she's just 2 points away from giving Korea a winning start to this quarter-final tie. Overdone it. It's match point opportunities.
Match point 8.
Only needed the one, and look at the reaction. Well, she looked very, very calm in the early stages of the contest, and the last couple of rallies she's let her emotions show, Seyoung. But what a brilliant performance by the teenager. 14-21, 21-8, 21-8 in the deciding game, in a match lasting just 4 minutes shy of the hour mark. There is the confirmation, but more importantly, this lady, Seyoung, has got Korea off to a winning start in this quarter-final tie. So they take leave of the court. And this was how it all ended. First match point opportunity at 28 up. And look at the reaction. I think we can safely say she was pleased with that. Yeah, we can read the name. We'll remember the name too. Mark my words. So, Seyoung has won the first match of the time. Coming up next, we will have the first women's doubles. It's Lee So-hee and Shin Seung-chan up against Maiken Frogel and Sarah Tuosi. So welcome back to Aarhus, and there on the left as we look at it is the concert hall, and on the right, and that's the Art Museum, opened in 2004, but the walkway on the top, which is all rainbow coloured, that was only completed in 2011. It's one of the biggest art museums in the whole of Europe and has over 1 million